Okay, here we go. Sue's waiting. Sean's late.
Sean's not late. Sean's waiting on Kirsten's computer to reboot. Good morning. Fun day Sunday. We are underway. Are you feeling the energy? I hope you are. All right, to get started today. All choked up, so okay. To get started today, we're going to come to the front of our mats. We're going to take our feet about hip width apart and we're going to angle our toes outwardly. As we bring straightness to the legs, you're going to hollow for the belly, draw the shoulders up, and then open the palms to face forward and draw your elbows slightly backwards. Let's pull your hands so that the wrists kind of make a connection with the points of your hips. Let's take the neck and let's pull the chin inward and then pull it upward to get some length through it. And as you do that, let's squeeze the elbows together. Take a big inhale, and on the exhale, repeat that pattern a few times. As you breathe, let's take the ball of each big toe and push it into the mat. And while you maintain that little push, push the hands forward, palms face to the sky. Big inhale, straight through the elbows, proud out the chest, draw the shoulders backwards, and sweep arms backwards. Palms still face the sky as you salute the sun. And as you exhale, rotate the palms earthward and fold all the way down. Let's take your heels and step them together and still maintain that outward turn of the toes. And let's bring some straightness to the legs and then bend the knees. So as we work to straighten and bend, I'm using support of the hands on the ground, but you could also do that with the shins as we articulate up and down. Try to work on the closing aspect of the movement. In other words, try to get those legs closer together on each subsequent repetition. All right, let's hold in the power up position. Legs are straight. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Keep the back in extension, draw those hips backwards. Walk the hands forward. On your next breath, as you release it, let the upper body fold down. Step the feet hip width apart with toes aiming straight forward. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Keep the back in extension as you walk the hands back towards your feet. And since we started at the front of the mat, we're going to step the feet backwards into plank pose. With your plank today, to start, I'm going to come down onto the knees. Draw the hips backwards towards the heels. And then float back with shoulders over wrists. And drift back. Right now, toes are tucked. We're going to add a little bit of spinal movement in with this by simply making a cat-like movement as you come forward and making a cow-like movement as you drop backwards. And do that for a few repetitions. Let's hold in the forward position as you drive the heels to the earth and raise the knees, pull the hips up and back to down dog, and then float back to your plank. Knees down, hips back. Float it forward, knees up, up and back to down dog. And let's move through this at your pace for a couple repetitions. In our our tall plank position, walk the hands backwards towards your feet. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold, Pilates style, pelvically stacking through the middle, upper back. Raise your arms to salute the sun. Good morning, happy, smiley people. Exhale the arms all the way down. Beautiful. Take your right foot, step it forward. You don't like plants?
Wish.
Someone doesn't like plants, they're taking their end rather than plants.
Okay, right foot.
Right foot forward. Come on, Sue's waiting. Chop, chop. All right. With the heel aiming up towards that sky, as opposed to off to one side, we're going to take a little bit of effort to push the ball of that right big toe into the mat. And while we maintain that push, we're going to bring hands over heart and let the right knee push forward. And as we lean into this, I'd like you to find load that's suitable for where you are right now. So we're going to explore the range of motion as we progress through these repetitions. Make sure that those toes of that right foot aren't gripping. They just have their normal position, helping keep stable. On the next push back, I'd like you to try to drive from the heel as you bring straightness to the leg. Try it one more time. And that's hold in this spot. Let's make the upper body more vertical. And as we do so, let's take the hands, reach them forward, interlock the fingers. Take the back heel, drive it to the earth, and then push back up. I'm going to try to keep that back leg relatively straight as we piston that back foot up and down. Now, on the next push up on the back foot, hold up, take the body and rotate it to the right. Come back center. And execute this for a few more repetitions. Go at your own pace. Calm that. Bring the hands back over heart. Switch up sides. Same setup, opposite side. Follow that big toe, nice and compressed. Hands to heart. Or if you kept the interlocked finger grip, so be it. Just work it. Explore the range. Familiarity breeds contempt, but this is not contempt. It's effort. See if you can get a little deeper. As we maintain that upward position and verticalize the body, take the back heel and drop it and piston it up and down. Interlock the fingers, send the arms forward. Let's do this for a few more repetitions. On this next repetition, hold up, rotate left. And repeat this at your speed. Calming this, hands turn to heart, back foot steps forward, shoot those hands up to the sky. Big inhale, powerful exhale, fold it down, step it back. Hover it high, hover it low, drop the knees, push back up. Repetitions at your pace, slowly up and down, not forcing the movements, not accelerating through any part of it, consistently up, down, holding up. Let the hips drip towards the earth. Pull these shoulders off the center line of the body. Make that neck nice and long. Let's take your feet and take the tops to the mat and drift backwards with your hips to child's pose. As you come back onto all fours, once again, tuck the toes. Separate the knees and feet equal width to the hands. Take your head and let it fall towards the earth. Take the center of your spine, pull it to the sky. Take your pubis and try to tuck it upward and inward, or inward and upward. And as we enjoy cat, prepare for cow, reverse, tailbone, back of head. When I say back of head, I mean pulling the chin upward and inward and elongating that spinal section known as your neck, and then reversing to cat. And reverse to cow. And much like we practiced earlier, we're going to add some movement. So cat as we float back, cow as we float forward. Cat as we float back, and you get the drill. All right, let's calm this as we stay on all fours. Take the left hand and sweep it out to the side. With your right elbow, bend it, but rotate it internally. And then now take that left shoulder and open it to the sky. And then lower back down, and let the hand just come all the way out, reaching out kind of far and away from the body. Now, before we lift this time, I want you to get some governorship over your hips. And make sure they're not shifting out to the left as that shoulder raises. So raise the shoulder up, open up, and lower down and touch, and do a few repetitions. Now you can add a little bit of thumb rotation to the sky as the hand raises up, a little bit of exterior rotation for your shoulder, and try to keep those hips in check. On the next rep, return the hand back down, send out the right side, take that left elbow, rotate it in, and begin to rep out this particular side. I'm going to adjust because I don't want to mess up our curtains. And then add your thumb rotating to the sky for a couple of reps. And as we return to all fours, step your feet in and bring your hands back to the knees. Give me some spinal extension. Draw in that chin and draw it upwards and begin to unhinge and come into a kneeling position. Good morning, everyone. If you need cushioning under your knees, towel, whatever, grab it. Open your palms to face forward. Take your elbows and draw them backwards. Take your right ear towards right shoulder. Come back center and do the same thing opposite side. Take a couple breaths on each side. So slowly up and transition side to side. As you make the transition, pay attention to what's happening through your shoulder girdle. And if you're rotating internally, try to bring breath and opening to this whole process. All right, now let's hold steady. Drop the hips ever so slightly. So that we're just decreasing a little bit through those hips as we serve the hands forward. Now, palms are facing the sky. We're going to sweep the arms out, put 90-degree bends in those elbows, and we're going to lower and raise the forearms. And I'm going to ask you to explore with some range of motion, both in the down and in the up position. And as you make the range effort, when you try to exceed where you were previously, I want you to be mindful you're not compressing through the neck or raising through the shoulders or rolling them forward. Just try to keep a nice control. A couple more reps. You can stop if you need to. And then salute the sun, fold it down, float the knees, pull up the hips, drive the heels, and walk back the hands to the feet. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Pilates style. Bring it all the way up. Salute the sun. How are those shoulders feeling there, sweetie?
Good.
Oh, good. Relax the arms. Grab some water.
Was my knees that didn't like kneeling.
Oh, your knees don't like kneeling?
No. I got this
I
towel.
think that's what they're built for. Cheers to everybody, including Princess, who's... Oh, there you are. All right. We're going to come sideways to our mats and spread those legs nice and wide. You don't want to be face to face?
No.
I brushed my teeth. All right, let's take a little bit of inward angle of the toes, and then a little bit of straightening through the legs, and a little bit of registration, what's going on in the feet. If it feels through this exercise that your toe box is getting more weighted, you're gonna need to drift your hips backwards. And let's start with that with hands on hips. Oops. Neck pulls in, neck pulls up, and we keep that proud chest as the elbows squeeze together and we begin to fold down. Now, this process may have been, our process of warming may have got those hammies in the state where they'll extend a little more. We're going to do a few repetitions, get some blood flow into those muscles. And as we do, I want you to explore the downward range of your motion with nice extension through the back. So we're just simply hip hinging in a wide leg stance. How much fun is this? Sometimes probably a good time to use this old but good joke of remember those birds that used to dip their beak into the cup? I feel like that every time I do this exercise. Here's your little moment of zen for the day. All right, on the next rep, we're going to hold down, lower down, and lowering can mean shin connection with hands or fingertips on the floor. We're going to make an effort now to drift back even more so the hips. As we bring extension to the spine, keep that nice elevation. So we're not just wading into the arms. We have muscles of the back helping to elevate the torso and kind of hold it in spot. Another way of saying this is basically the touch of your fingertips is light on the floor. Take the right arm, sweep it out. And like we practiced earlier, raising the right shoulder, there we go. And then lower down. So this is that check-in with the toe box. As we alternate side to side, let's make sure we don't drift more forward. We kind of have that backward pull. We also make sure that as we execute these repetitions, that we're not just basically shifting the hips side to side. That's one of our progressions. So just hold and wait for that. Be patient. All right, a couple more reps. And then hold down the fingertips. Take the left knee and bend it, and then transition to the right knee. So we're moving from side to side. And once again, I ask, because we want to load specific muscles. So I ask you not to get too weighted into that toe box. It's almost like you're sliding your hips along a shelf from side to side, not dipping and raising, just moving smoothly across. And then let's hold that. Step the hands onto your hips and slowly raise up. Salute the sun. Keep saluting the sun. And when I mean that, let's not make sure we're not ratcheting back the arms. We want to kind of find length for these side body muscles, the lats in particular. So we have a slightly forward angle. Cup the fingers and imagine you've got a hold of a big ball that's pulling away from you. And as you keep that, I'd like you to drift the hips backwards with relatively straight legs. Proud out your chest. Now, slowly lower the arms, open the palms with curved fingers and sweep backwards. And then reach forward and up. Grab that ball, have it pull, and then sweep down. Let it go and relax back. One more time. Up. Ball pulls long. Now hands drop over heart and step your feet in forward. Together, sorry. And face forward. So I can see your lovely faces again. As we bring hands to heart, draw the chin in, draw it up, draw the chest wide, and take a big breath. And as you exhale it, legs straight, begin to fold. And raise back up. So progression-wise, we're going to try to maintain long and neutral spine, and we're going to try to maintain balance in the weight of our foot. Feet. Yeah, two. We got two of them. 2 foots, 2 feet. All right, so as we do this, we're gonna add some progression into it. And it's as simply as extending, and I'm gonna do it from the side because I don't have space beside me. Arms are gonna reach out. Now, you'll notice my palms have an orientation backwards, so the palms are facing the sky. And as we reach here and come down, I'm gonna be lifting with my thumbs as I extend my spine, and I'm gonna raise back up and do that for a few repetitions. Pull the thumbs to the sky as you descend. Those are your exterior rotators working isometrically, but we're putting more load into them. I like you to kind of work those muscles, get them a little stronger. Oh, what the heck? Let's do one more rep. I know you just love this stuff. As we come back up, salute the sun. Let the hands descend over heart and say, oh, good morning. Now, take the left foot, step it backwards. Step it back forward. Take the right foot, step it backwards. Step it forwards. Alternate side to side. Try to get deeper in terms of how far back you step. Now slow it down. As you step back, let's start with the left foot. Slowly back, push off and slowly forward. Right leg. The triggering of muscle now. We're not using so much momentum. We're going to use greater depth. Now hold back the left foot. Take the right knee, let it push forward. Feel that nice pull over the left hip. Let's try to vertical the upper body. Let's take that left heel, drive it to the earth. And let's step that back foot forward. Switch up sides. Big step back. Left knee pushes forward. Vertical the body. Right heel drives to the mat. Take another big breath in and step that back foot forward. Salute the sun. Fold it down. Have a seat. Grab some water. You can tell I've been talking a lot, which basically means my mouth is open and it gets dry. Water time.
Yeah, well, what are we doing?
What are we doing? Hopefully you're gonna do what I'm gonna do. All right. Bring your feet to the corners of the mat. Heels, corners of the mat. Now, so let's start in a panda-like position. We've rolled back onto our tailbone. We've let our shoulders roll forward. Oh, this feels pretty good. It feels normal. Maybe not. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bring a little imaginary string onto our chest plate, and we're going to begin to pull it at about a 45-degree angle away from it. And as we start to expand through the spine, we're going to take our neck, make it long by dropping the chin in and pulling it to the sky. And then we're going to take our hands and we're going to step the fingers in towards the center line. Flat to the palms if you can get there. And if you can't, doesn't matter. It's that exterior open rotation. As we proud the chest, keep compression free with the neck. Let's take the hands and walk them backwards a little more and pull forward a little more with your chest. Proud, proud, proud. Push it. And then let the arms relax. Sweep forward, palms face to the sky. Pilates style, lower it down. When you arrive on the earth, extend the legs all the way out. Keep those arms over your chest. And slowly, with the arms straight, let the thumbs descend to the earth. Now, if you can, try to continue to corkscrew open the thumbs. And when you've got as far as you can go, just hold on that for a couple seconds as you gently roll your head from side to side. And when you're ready, rotate the palms to face the sky. Bring the hands back up over the chest, shoulder width apart. Take your toes, point them, Keep them pointed as you now drop your chin into the chest and Pilates style, raise the body with flexion in the spine. Keep that as you let the fingers kind of dive between your heels. As you inhale, extend to a flat back. As you exhale, let the back go to flexion with the chin tucking down, opening the palms to the sky as you return the upper body to your mat slowly. Sweep the hands back, palms facing the earth, arms long. Arms sweep back over, palms face backwards, chin drops to the chest, Pilates style. We come up and we dive. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Take it back down. Keep those palms aiming to the sky. So we're just simply keeping your shoulders in exterior rotation or the arms in any event. Now, in the folded position, fingertips to the earth, walk them forward ever so slightly more. Inhale, extend to a flat back. Keep the back in extension as you raise up into staff pose and bring hands over heart. Beautiful. Now, as we hold on this, I'd like you to take your stance or your width of the feet a little wider. And if you begin to experience that inward rotation that our bodies like to muscle memory their way into, I'd like you to work against that. As we hold on staff pose, we're really working those hip flexors. And if they start to burn, it's okay. You can enjoy it. And if they're not burning, that's great. They're in pretty good shape. So as we hold on this, I'd like you to find width through the chest, extension through the neck. And now we're going to add some arms back into this as we separate our arms and bring field goal posts. We're going to do the same exercise we did standing up and simply lower and raise the forearms. I know this is like, why are we doing this again? This is such an important exercise for our arms and shoulders. Yeah, interior versus exterior rotation. And to work the exterior rotators, that's when you open backwards and try to avoid compensatory behavior, which is basically your shoulders raising up. You want to kind of maintain the stability through the shoulder joint as we move the arms. All right, let's bring hands over heart. Enough of that fun, right? And then Pilates style, drop the chin and begin to imprint vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. Take that left foot, plant it. Take the right leg straight to the sky. And bring your fingertips and aim them towards the right foot with the palms facing each other. Lift the back of the head and then start to lift each of the vertebrae from the neck down to the central part of the spine as you raise the fingers towards the ankle and then lower back down. Now, before we do the next rep, let's take the palms and open the face backwards and begin the same exercise. Drop the chin, lift, 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 and lower, lower, lower. And do that a few more times. Keep the thumbs rotating, try to expose more of those hands. You may notice that your shoulders tend to shift less forward, so you're not reaching with them, you're actually curving your spinal column using those strong abdominal muscles. And then lower down. Relax the arms as you switch up the legs, sweeping that left leg to the sky. Same setup, opposite side. And let's begin to exercise. The intensity of this movement isn't by the reach, it's by the curvature of the spinal column. The more vertebrae you peel off the earth,
the harder those muscles through the abdomen are working. And then lower down both feet and flatten out the shoulder blades as you step the feet towards the edges of your mats. Rock your girdle, your pelvic girdle, so that you can get that low back skin sensation, that nice little touch as you let the thighs rotate in towards each other. You're going to squeeze them ever so slightly. Nice. Now, as you keep that squeeze, let's take your head and roll it to the right. And roll it center and over to the left. And do that a couple of times more. You're not letting that little squeeze of those thighs go, are you? No, we're not getting distracted by a little head roll. All right, now, look straight up at the sky. Let's take the feet and extend them upwards, keeping the thighs touching. Let's take the heels and try to open the heels away as you squeeze through the thighs. Flex the feet, open the heels, squeeze the thighs, and then slowly lower down. Oh, point the toes, take the arms above the head, pull opposite the fingers and toes. Hollow out the belly, keep the belly hollowing as you bring the hands back over the chest, drop the chin, and Pilates style, bring it all the way up and dive it down for a nice reprieve, as my lovely wife likes to say.
I like the reprieves.
Reprieves are good. As you inhale, extend to a flat back. As we come back to a stop like pose, it's simply just to grab a little more agua, and then we're moving on.
To what?
You know, it's hard to talk with a mouthful of water. Trust me, I tried. All right, let's come to the sides of our mat. We're going to bring some 45s and some 90s together. The angle between the two thighs, 45 degrees, the 90 degrees, the bend and the knee itself. So let's bring that foot right side in. And here's where it's going to get a little bit off, because we're going to want to push back. But I'd like you to try to rotate your hip, your right hip down. And if you need to use your hand to help with that, good. So we got a big step, very compressed here, no big deal. Spine's long. We're going to take that left hand down and we're going to hold with the fingers aiming away, but we're going to roll that open, that left shoulder away, and we're going to grow the spinal column. And as we do that, I'd like you to kind of use the left foot, the outside of that left foot as a hinge as you inwardly rotate and exwardly rotate that left knee. Now push the foot in as you raise the knee, push the foot to the earth as you open, slowly up, slowly down, and then hold it down, extend the right leg all the way out. Square the shoulders, start walking the hands. I'm going to walk the right hand forward, and I'm going to come down with my left hand just about the height of the knee. So I can keep square the shoulders as I descend towards that left leg. Now, as I descend, I like you to be mindful that you're not pulling off that right hip just to get lower. I'm going to try and keep that right sit bone touching. It's not a weighted position for it, but it's just more of a touch. And walk that right hand forward a little more. Get that nice lat pull along the right side of the body. And then walk it back and switch up sides. Nice. Now, position your hands and begin to inwardly and exwardly rotate. This is where you can kind of explore some of the range of motion. We have a great ability to rotate internally and not so much externally. And that's where you need to practice, is trying to open that knee a little more than what you're doing. Now, begin to exercise with the force of the foot pushing to the mat as you close and open that knee. And then let's hold it down. Let's extend that left foot all the way out as we bring squareness to the upper body. Let's walk that left hand forward. The right hand's going to walk slightly forward of the right knee. And this is more just for that left side. Try to keep that left hip anchored. It's not going to be pressurized, but just touching as the hand reaches forward a little more. And then walk it back in. Extend the legs straight, hip width apart. As we bring the hands to the outside of the legs, let's walk them once again. As we walk, I like to try to maintain nice extension through the spinal column. And then you'll hit a point where I can't get any lower without flexing. And at that point, let the spine flex. If you want, you can grab a hold of the fingers over toes or hands over toes and use that to help pull with governance, right? We know forcing doesn't improve results. So we have to know how to responsibly find that pathway. As you inhale this time, extend the spine. Keep the spine in extension as you release the feet and come back to staff pose. Drop the chin, extend the arms, and Pilates style, lower your upper body. Take the right foot, step it in, and now take the left ankle and find a resting spot on your right thigh. Bring some flexion to that left foot. Now, if you destabilize that lower back, I'd like you to kind of rock your pelvic girdle, get that low back skin, that lumbar extension, if you will, and engage that six pack of yours, just enough to kind of keep that low back extension in place. And now you're going to take the left knee and try to open it further away from the body. And then push the left foot into that right thigh and try to bring back to center the left knee. And then slowly open again. We're actually getting rain. Unbelievable.
Shocking.
And do it one more time. And as you work to open the left knee, let's take the right thigh and pull it in towards your body. Right now, my low back skin still has a nice connection with the mat. Hopefully yours is experiencing the same sensation. I'm going to wrap the hamstrings. And now we're going to give that low back a little permission from the base of it to kind of pull up off the floor as we rotate a little more that right leg in towards the body. Lots of flexion in that right hip. Try to use those hip flexors to help pull and feel the outside of that left hip getting a nice lengthen. It's an isometric stretch. Now let's slowly release and switch up sides. And just start to open and close. Pressurize that foot into that left thigh. Remember that low back skin. Keep it connected. Keep that external rotation in the right knee as you draw that left thigh inwardly. Wrap it if you like, and begin to pull in. Finally giving permission to the low back to raise up as you try to find a little more closeness. On your next breath, let everything descend back to the mat and extend all the way up. Bring the arms above the head. Pull long the upper body. Point the toes. as you release your breath, bring your hands back up over the chest as you step your feet back in. Let's take the right knee and grab it with the hands. And I'm talking kneecap. Let's pull in the right knee and now extend the left leg out, pushing the heel along the floor. Feel that nice opening, lengthening, if you will, along that left front hip. Take your head, roll it right, center and left. Keep those shoulders relaxed. When your head comes back straight, step the left foot back in. Take the right foot, let it find its spot on the mat, and grab a hold of that left kneecap and pull it inwardly towards the chest as you basically draw a little line with your right heel as it extends out. Push with the heel, keep the foot flexed, take the back of the knee, push it into the earth as you pull the left knee in towards the chest. And once again, side to side with the head. If you get dizzy doing this, you can always do it with the eyes open. That additional proprioceptive information might help prevent you from getting dizzy. Let's calm it. Bring the other knee back in. Bring your forehead up to meet the knees and rock and roll all the way up to a seated position as you cross your legs in whatever style you prefer to have them in. Make your spine nice and long, and do the same with your neck as you bring hands over hearts. And let me thank you for joining us today. Namaste.
Namaste. Think you quit a little early.
I did.
A little.
What time is it?
9:30.